Hello everybody, my name is Proto and welcome to another episode in Proto's Lab. Today I'm talk about why Advanced Warfare wasn't a success. Before we begin, I first want to say this is not a hate video. I pretty like Advanced Warfare, but these are just things that Sledgehammer could have done better. And the gameplay, what you're gonna see, is me playing with the ASM1, and look at this class. It's just like a class that all those tryhards do, I think. The score tree, the perks, attachments, the weapon. Yeah, now I wanna say, I haven't played with the ASM1 in months, so this is actually the first time. Okay, so let's get right into it. So I want to talk about the problems that Advanced Warfare has. I have a list of 4 things, and then what I'm gonna talk about. The first is weapons. The ASM1 and Ball. Yeah, everybody knows it. It's the most used weapon in this game, and yeah, it's with a good reason. It's because the ASM1 is very strong, the Bell has low recoil, and it's yeah, look at this, look at that kill. Did you see that? Just the ASM1, long range. It's a submachine gun. Well, okay. So the next thing about the weapons is the weapon variants. It was a good idea, but it could have been better balanced. Just less strong and less more firepower and such. Because yeah, it's of course enlisted, professional and elite. Elite is the best, but it's not. It's a bit too strong, so that's not really good. And one of the last things is the underpowered weapons, like the EPM3, S12, MK14, and the AMR9. XMG they also belong to this list, but it recently became buffed twice, and its hipfire is enormously good. It's really a competitive weapon. You should try it. But these 4 weapons, EPM3, S12, MK14 and AMR9, are really underpowered. EPM3 is so flashy. It's not really clear what you're shooting at. S12, too much firepower, too less range. MK14, it's a semi-automatic weapon. Why the freak is this just so underpowered? And the AMR9, it's a 5 burst weapon, but it recently became buffed too, so it's not that bad. And look at this, betting knifing. Betting knifing is one of the problems too. And then you also got the fun weapons like the riot shield, the blunderbuss and the NA45, but I don't count it as underpowered because it was sorry, I'm a bit sick, but it was really for fun. Okay, the next thing is movement. The movement in Advanced Warfare is, I think it's too vertical and too fast. Look at here. I'm just jumped up a building in under a second. It's so fast and vertical. It's the normal screen is like 19:6 the ratio, but that's mostly because of the peripheral views, so left and right. But you can't see that much in the air, so that is an enormous problem. It was an awesome idea because all those other COD games have been like Black Ops 2, MW3, and the whole MW series actually. Yeah, actually all the COD games except Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. It's so innovative, but they should have done a bit better. And I hope actually that Black Ops 3 will be a bit like Titanfall, because that system was cool. Just wall running, not so fast, It's not so vertical. And I think Black Ops 3 will more fights on the ground than in the air because of the movement. The third thing is the score streaks. Yeah, everybody knows. There are 2 score streaks in this freaking game. They're just too OP. Too OP. The assault drone and the warbird. Put AI on it and you're ready to go for a 50 kill streak. It's that easy. Yeah, okay, with the assault drone you should have put rocket on it, but still, you get it. You'll get it. This is one of the problems. Just modules. Those things where you can put extra kind of attachments to it. Air quotes, air quotes. It's pretty awesome. It's a good idea, but some are too OP and some are just for fun or totally useless. For example, Warbird has AI that's pretty OP. You don't have to do anything. It's like Stealth Chopper for Black Ops 2. And yeah, those useless things like the... Let me see an example. Yeah, Vulcan. The tri beam. That is 3 of those laser beams that are floating, that turn around the Vulcan. Those are just useless, and it costs like 150 points extra. It's even harder to get. But no, I don't think actually the score streaks are the biggest problem, but it still is. Look, I've got an assault drone here, and you'll see what I get kills with. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is perks. Mainly crutch perks or overused perks. Perks that are needed. I've done a video, check out my channel. I've done a video about overused perks, expectations in Black Ops 3. They removed toughness, but they had other perks that might be a bit crutchy. So here's my opinion of the crutch perks in Advanced Warfare. Number 1, of course, in every COD game, toughness. That couldn't have been out there. Without toughness, you always lose a gunfight. It's not literally, but yeah. Yeah. And then the second one is blind eye, because of all those warbirds, assault drones with AI, rockets. For a long time I didn't use blind eye, and when there was an assault drone, I was the only one that were to be killed. That is so annoying, because those assault drones are really OP. Certainly with AI and rockets. That warbird also, you couldn't go outside without being shot at. But then there were also those useless perks. Those perks that nobody uses it's just like it didn't exist. It's nothing important. The most important one of them all is gung ho. Basically means that you can fire your weapons. But it's pretty useless, because when you run and you want to zoom in, you get a weird animation, and your ADS or aim down sights time is much longer. It's so useless. The only thing it's useless for is for the weapons that can't aim down sight. So akimbo weapons, or no, there are weapons one-handed that you can't zoom in with, but that is it. It's so annoying. But when I played with SAC3 and sometimes with the XMGs, I got SAC3 diamonds, so I played a lot with it. And I always played with gung ho. It was a must-have. It could save your lives, because you just run into someone you could instantly shoot, and they had to put put up the weapons, but that's what I want to talk about. These 4 problems, the weapons, movement, score streaks and the perks, I think are just those things. Guys, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the last half minute of this gameplay, and bye.
Paladin requesting support. Losing Alpha. Losing B. We lost Alpha. C secure. We lost Alpha. Losing Bravo.